Hello. I want to play some Ace Combat. I've been wanting to play some Ace Combat since the trailer for 8 dropped. Just kept putting it off. That's not the button. Circle. Everyone's favorite confirm button. Turn this to expert. Okay, it's really confusing that the controller's upside down like that for L1, L2. I have this mapped so that my L1, R1, or L1, L2, R1, R2 are flipped. Because starting with 6, they put the brake and afterburner on the triggers because of, triggers being triggers. Actually, let me see. No, there. Stereo? Already stereo. Okay. And let's take a look. These don't center properly, unfortunately, but I'm going to take a look through these real quick. So I know there are different ones for... Okay, starting with stage 2, I need to pay attention to which aircraft I'm using. I played all these games for the first time.
You are the cream of the world's air forces.
Oh, wait.
This country desperately needs your help. 6 months ago, an extremely well-armed and organized terrorist force carried out a coup d'etat. Attempts to free our country have been foiled by repeated surprise attacks. To avoid escalating this war and causing unacceptable civilian losses, we wish to employ your services. Surgical airstrikes and the elimination of enemy air superiority will tip the scales in our favor. You will receive remuneration commensurate with your positions as the premier top guns of the world.
I forgot this intro was in this. I thought there was literally zero story in these first 2 games. There's like that little narration. I think maybe there's like a narration at the end, but there's definitely not like a full-on strange real story in this.
This is an evaluation of your operational abilities. Intelligence reports an enemy supply unit moving to resupply their forward positions. You should have the advantage of surprise. We should have localized air superiority for the duration of the operation. Target, C5A supply unit.
So I played these games for the first time a little into the pandemic. Literally, I saw that stupid, like, Hawks lore versus Ace Combat lore video. And I was like, oh, I should finally actually play these games. And so I played them all at the time. I'll just stick with default for this one. I played them all at the time. The only one I've replayed is Ace Combat 7. I played through that a few times on different difficulties. The other ones I've only played once. And I played them in release order, so I have not played this one since playing any of the other ones. So I assume this is going to be a little rough to go back to. Also, this does not have... This does not have support for analog sticks, which also gonna be a little rough playing this with the D-pad. Also, this one I played with the, like, beginner controls at the time.
Enemy in sight.
Yeah, just trying to play this with the D-pad feels kind of weird. I mean, after this mission, I think I might, map this to the stick, even though it's still going to be all digital.
sight. Up ahead.
Where is this
Focus on
guy?
our 6. And on our right. Up ahead.
There we go.
Fire. Shoot it down. Jesus, miss. Fire. Shoot it down. Jesus, miss.
Really does not feel like this acceleration is doing much. Also, I'm like drifting off course for some reason.
Enemy in sight. Let's return to mission, buddy.
They're all in front of me, but I
Enemy in
cannot
sight.
catch up to any of these guys.
Control, pull out of it.
Engine stall.
Focus 12 o'clock. Up ahead. Enemy targets located.
Also, like, everyone seems to play these games in third person for some reason. I thought that was really weird because they default to first person, so I just learned to play them in first person. In this one, at least, you definitely lose a lot of info going third
Enemy
person.
targets located. I'm losing him.
There's really no, like, reset. I'm just gonna reset this because I feel like I need a faster plane. This is not getting it done. Also, while I'm at it, let me... forget how to... There's a way to set it up to just do... automatically map the stick to mirror the D-pad. Oh, it's already... I'm an idiot. I didn't even try hitting the stick. It's
This is
already
an evaluation of your
set to do
operational
that.
abilities.
Okay, we're going with the F-14 this time.
Ready? Break now. On our right. Bogey on our 6. On our right.
Caution.
Pull out of it.
Engine stall. Caution.
Up ahead. Up ahead. Enemy in sight. Let's return to mission, buddy.
Real quick, I need to make sure. I feel like this is not bound correctly or something. Okay, it was not, even though I absolutely set this up before I started. There we go, yeah, it was just not bound right for some reason. Okay.
Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot it down! Bogey on our
Alert
6.
5 damage. Alert 5 damage. Alert 5 damage.
Buddy.
Alert 5 damage. Alert 5 damage.
Stall! Pull out of it.
Engine stall.
Up ahead. On our left. Enemy in sight. Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot it down! Let's return. Stay with him. Don't let him get away. Stay with him. Don't let him get away. Enemy in sight.
We'll try to do the guns
Enemy
one
in sight.
later, as I am still getting my sea legs a little bit.
On our left.
Caution.
Pull out of it. Up ahead. Enemy in sight. Fire! Shoot it down! Bingo! Yahoo! Don't let him get here. Enemy targets located. Up ahead. Enemy in sight. Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot it down! Bingo! Yahoo! Don't let him get away. Shoot him away. Bingo! Yahoo! Enemy targets located. On our left. Bogey on our 6. Up ahead. Enemy in sight. Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot it down! Bingo! Yahoo! Bingo! Yahoo! Wasted! Enemy in sight. Fire! Shoot it down! Here! Out! Enemy target located. Let's return to mission, buddy. Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot him away!
Caution.
Pull out of it!
Engine stall.
Enemy target located.
There you are.
Enemy locked on target. Fire! Bingo! Yahoo! On our right.
Make sure we don't crash into this guy.
Enemy in sight. Fire! Put down! Bingo! Yahoo! Toast! Mission accomplished.
Much easier when you actually have your brakes and your accelerate mapped. I did crash into that one plane. And I think you have to go back to the base to, like, buy new aircraft. Okay, which is the one I need for the next mission? Oh, they want F4 for stage 2 and 3, which I think I already have. Yeah.
Immediate mobilization required. Our base's position was compromised in the last enemy push. Reports indicate imminent arrival of bombers. Scramble and ace those bogies. Target B-52 Bomber Force.
My memory is absolutely horrible. Like, I always double check that stuff a million times.
Ready? Break now!
Wait, why is it... Okay. Down started.
Enemy locked on target. Fire! Bingo! Bogey on our 6. Bogey on our tail! Bogey on our 6. Bogey on our 6. Bogey on our tail!
Yeah, this game feels really weird. You know, I'm sure some of it is just because it's the first one, but...
Up ahead!
You know, just having digital movement, because there's no analog stick support, makes all the planes feel a little squirrely.
Enemy locked on target. Fire! Put it down! Great shot! Blew him away!
Also, great soundtrack in this game. This is the main thing I remember about this game, is just the soundtrack.
Up ahead! Enemy locked on target. Fire! Bogey on our 6. On our left! Bogey on our 6.
Caution.
Pull out of it!
Another thing, and you know, again, this isn't something they can do much about, but the sky just being this gradient makes it really hard to kind of judge the way you're moving. You know, in later games, when they've got, like, proper clouds in the sky and stuff, you can look at those when you're in first person and really figure out the way you're moving in first person.
Caution.
Maybe that's why people play these in third person, is these early ones, it's kind of hard to tell the way you're moving around.
12 o'clock!
There's not much to
Target. Fire!
judge against.
Jesus, miss! On our right! Bogey on our 6. On our right! Bogey on our 6.
Caution.
Pull out of it. On our right. Bogey on our 6. Enemy in sight. Enemy locked on target. Fire! Bogey on our 6. Enemy target
Also, draw
located.
distance. Like, these
Enemy
guys,
in sight.
you really gotta pull up this map a lot.
Enemy
Because
locked
these
on
guys are
target.
not
Fire!
gonna show up even when you're, like, theoretically staring right at them if they're more than, like, 2,000.
Take off.
I don't know if it's miles or kilometers, but 2,000
Enemy in sight.
ambiguous distances away.
Bogey on our 6.
Ambiguous units of distance.
On our right. Let's return to enemy in sight.
Alright, to get that guy for a second, go get this guy.
Up ahead. Take off. Bogey on our tail. On our left. Bogey on our 6. Enemy in sight. Take off. Up ahead. Fire. Shoot that back one. Bogey on our tail. Enemy up ahead. Bogey on our 6. On our left. Bogey on our 6. On our left. Up ahead. Enemy in sight. Enemy locked on target. Fire. Shoot it down. Back one. Enemy target located. Enemy in sight. Fire!
That was a bad missile, I shouldn't have shot at him. I don't think I'm gonna run out of missiles. I don't remember missile count being a big deal in this one.
Bogey on our tail! Bogey on our 6.
But I should still make sure I have a decent shot lined up.
Up ahead! Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot it down! Bingo! Yahoo! Don't let him get away! Blew him away! Enemy target located. Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot it down! Quick shot! Don't let him get away! He's toast! Enemy target located. Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot it down! Great shot! Back one! Great shot!
Been double tapping missiles, but I think you want to put a little bit of time between them, because I think if they both hit at once, they don't actually both do damage.
AWACS reports an enemy incursion in our sector. We are diverting you from local air support to forward operations. Neutralize the approaching units. Target enemy attacking force. Formation makeup is unknown. Expect enemy fighter support and a tough dogfight. Good luck. AWACS reports an enemy incursion in our sector. We are diverting you from local air support to forward operations. Neutralize the
Okay,
approaching
unknown
units.
target. I was like, why can I not look at
Enemy
these? But it's
attacking
because
force. Formation
we don't know
makeup
what
is
these are. And then F4 again, I believe. Oh, F14. See, this is why I need to check these things. Again, that is, yeah, Mission 3, F14. Okay. Oh, that sucks. If I, like, very lightly press my forearm on the desk, it wiggles this mount and it picks up on the mic.
Enemy locked on target. Wasted. Focus on our 6. On our right. Focus on our 6.
Caution.
We're out of it.
Engine stalled.
Up ahead. Enemy in sight. Focus on our 6. Great shot. Take off. Don't let him get away. Wasted. Enemy target located. Enemy locked on target. Focus on our 6. On our right. Focus on our 6. Focus on our 6.
Caution.
We're out of it.
Engine stalled.
Sometimes, honestly, it's easier to just stall and then get going the way you want to go.
Up ahead. Focus on our 6. Up ahead.
I don't know why I hit that.
Focus on our 6. Jesus, miss. Focus on our 6. Focus on our 6. Up ahead. On our right. Focus on our 6. Focus on our 6. Focus on our 6. Focus on our 6. On our right. Focus on our tail. On our left.
Caution.
We're out of it.
Engine stalled.
Enemy targets located. Focus 12 o'clock. Enemy locked on target. Fire. Shoot it down. Jesus, miss. Focus on our tail. On our left.
Caution.
We're out of it.
Engine stalled.
Up ahead.
Caution.
Focus 12 o'clock. On our left. Focus on our 6. Take off. Fire. Shoot it down. Enemy target located. Jesus, on our right.
Caution.
We're out of it.
Engine stalled.
Up ahead. Fire. Shoot it down. Great shot. Blew him away.
just realized I might not be on expert controls anymore. So I reset.
Enemy targets located.
I feel like the, itch and yaw buttons are not doing anything.
Bogey on our 6. Enemy locked on target. Fire up ahead. Take off.
I don't know if I can actually fix that without just quitting completely.
Up ahead. Fire. Put down. Jesus, miss. On our left. Bogey on our 6.
That would explain a little bit why
On our 6.
I'm having some trouble maneuvering.
Bogey on our 6. Up ahead. Bogey on our 6. Up ahead. Fire. Put down. Bingo. Yahoo! Him away. On our left. Enemy in sight. Bogey on our 6. And up ahead. Take off. On our left. Up ahead. Enemy locked on target. Fire. Back one. Mission accomplished.
Right, and then I need to start buying more planes at this point. F-117. Actually, here, I can do this. And I hope this doesn't, break the beat it in one session thing. Nope, don't do this. X. Okay, yeah, great. I kind of had a feeling that was going to happen. But I need to figure out... Yeah, switch back to Novice. This is why the game felt incredibly weird. No, I might as well, at this point, reset the game again. I'm only a couple missions in. I think I should be able to do this pretty quick at this point. Options, do this, expert.
This is an evaluation of your operational...
Also, I can just do F-14s for these now. Yeah, there we go. This is why it felt bizarre, is because I did not have proper control for this stuff.
Stay with him. Take off. Don't let him get through. Him away. Enemy in sight. Fire.
Yeah, the novice controls just feel awful in these games.
Don't let him get away. Stay focused on our 6.
I should be able to, like, blast through this now.
On our left.
Oh my god, this feels immediately more controllable.
On our left.
Oop. I say as I crash into the floor.
This is an evaluation.
Messes me up every time I play a game where you have to use circle for confirm.
Intelligence reports an enemy supply unit moving to resupply
If I go
their
5
forward
minutes
position.
without using a menu, I completely forget. Oh, right. Okay, I need to... Restarting this a lot. I forgot if you lose, that aircraft is gone.
An evaluation of your operational abilities.
I want X
This is
to
an
be
evaluation
skipped
of your
so bad,
operational
but it's start. And I guess that's why it's actually a challenge to beat this in one session and not just like save scum, because then if you lose a plane, it's pretty easy to just reload.
Ready? Break now! Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot it down! Stay with him. Don't let him get away.
I think it's like 500, 300, or 400 is when you can start hitting stuff with machine gun fire.
Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot it down! Take off! Stay with him. Enemy target located.
Gonna ignore these guys on me for a second, get these guys.
Bogey on our 6. Enemy locked on target. Take off! Stay with him.
Maybe it is, or no, it's under 400.
Stay with him. Enemy locked on us. Missile approaching. Die!
Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage.
Bogey on our
Alert,
6.
body damage. Alert, body damage.
Up ahead! Enemy in sight. On our right! Up ahead! Bogey on our 6. Stay with him. Take off! Bogey on our tail! Enemy target located. Enemy target located. Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot it down! Bogey on our 6. On our right! Up ahead! Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot it down! On our left! Bogey on our 6. On our left. Up ahead. Fire. Shoot it down. Enemy in sight. Fire. Shoot it down. Enemy in sight. Enemy in sight. Fire. Shoot it down. Stay with him. Don't let him get away! Get him away! targets located. Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot him down! Stay with him. Don't let him get away. Stay with him. Don't let him get away. Stay with him. Don't let him get away. Stay with him. Enemy in sight. Fire! Shoot him down! Stay with him. Don't let him get away. Stay with him. Don't let him get away. They really him away.
There we go. Get back to these guys.
Enemy targets located.
And I think these are the last ones. There might be another batch after this, I'm not sure.
Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot him down! Stay with him. Don't let him get away. Stay with him. Wasted! Fire! Shoot him down! Stay with him. Go back one!
There we go.
Mission accomplished.
And not that hard when you can actually control your plane. Let me see if there's a challenge for stage 2. No, there's like a few miscellaneous ones, but there's not one for like every stage.
Immediate mobilization.
Locked on target. Fire!
Alert, body
Focus on our
damage.
six.
Alert, body
Focus on our
damage.
tail.
Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage.
I feel like that thing like clipped me with the machine gun, but the game needs to tell me like 8 times that I got hit.
Enemy locked on. Focus on our six. Bingo! Yahoo! Take off. Enemy targets located. Enemy locked on target. Fire!
Alert, body damage. Alert, body
Enemy in
damage.
sight.
Alert, body damage.
On our left.
Alert, body damage.
Enemy in sight.
Alert,
Focus on our
body
six.
damage.
Quick shot. Take off. On our left. Enemy targets located. Up ahead. Enemy in sight.
Alert, body damage. Alert,
Focus on
body
our
damage.
six.
Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage.
Enemy targets located. target. Lost on. Missile approaching. Dive! Dive! Up ahead! Fire! Shoot down! Bingo! Woohoo! Here! Coast! On our right! Mission accomplished.
It was level... Yeah, we did level 3 earlier, so... Level 4 when I need to start buying stuff again.
AWACS report.
Alright, last catch-up mission. Yeah, catch-up mission. Catch-up. Catch-up. Streaming's always a great reminder that I cannot talk well.
Ready? Break now! Enemy locked on target. Fire! Great shot! Bogey on our 6. Up ahead! Take off! Bogey on our tail! On our right!
Warning.
Enemy in sight. Up ahead!
Yeah, I don't know how I played... The first time I played this game, I played this one with the novice controls.
Caution. Caution.
And then Ace Combat 2, I learned the expert controls. I don't know how I ever played this with novice controls. They're so bad.
Bogey on our 6.
You cannot control yourself at all.
Enemy in sight. Bogey on our 6. Here! Oh! Bogey on our tail! Take off! Enemy target located. Bogey on our 6. Jesus, miss! Take off! Bogey on our 6. Enemy in sight.
Oh, I'm right on top of this
On our
guy.
left! Bogey on our 6. Enemy locked on. Missile approaching. Dive! Dive!
I think this is gonna hit me. Oh, nope.
On our left!
Dodged it somehow.
Bogey
Get
on
this
our
guy.
6. Up ahead! Enemy locked on target. Take off! Jesus, miss! Jesus, miss! Jesus, miss! Enemy locked on target. Fire! Bingo! Yahoo! Bogey on our 6. Enemy in sight. On our right! Enemy locked up ahead! Bogey on our 6. Bogey on our tail! On our right! Enemy in sight. On our left! Bogey on our 6. Up ahead! Bogey at 12 o'clock. Take off! Bogey on our 6. On our left! Enemy target located. Bogey on our 6. Up ahead! Fire! Shoot it down! Great shot! Tag one! On our left! Jesus, miss! Bogey on our 6. Fire! Shoot it down! Bingo! Take off! Bingo! Yahoo! Tag one! Enemy target located. On our left! Up ahead! Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot it down! Jesus! Bogey on our 6. On our left! Up ahead! locked on target. Fire! Shoot down! Jesus, miss! On our right! Up ahead! Fire! Shoot down! Great shot! Bingo! Yahoo! Wasted! Let's return to mission, buddy! Enemy targets located. Enemy locked on target. Fire! Bingo! Bogey on our 6. On our right. Up ahead. Bogey on our 6. On our left. Bogey on our 6. Up ahead. Enemy in sight. Fire! Shoot down! Bingo! Yahoo! Back one! On our left! Focus at 12 o'clock! Up ahead! Jesus! On our left! Up ahead! Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot it down!
Doing like a barrel roll like that, I found, is a good way to straighten out your missiles so they'll actually shoot straight and hit. If you're like shooting while you're doing the turn, it's gonna curve and you're gonna miss. Alright, so it's mission 4. Finally back to where we were. F-117.
Up to now, our offensive missions have been constrained by the presence of civilians in Donut City. A recent evacuation of that city permits us to engage hard targets within the city perimeter. Target 1, Computer Communications Center. Target 2, Enemy Headquarters Building. Night conditions should neutralize enemy ground fire. However, the city has at least 3 interceptors available. We have no intelligence on force composition. From now on, you will have a wingman assigned to you. Inform him of the operation before departure.
Unfortunately, I think like all this stuff, like the briefings and looking around the map, is gonna eat into that 35-minute. Also, does this count? I assume this complete stage 4 with F-117. I assume as long as I don't launch this guy. Oh, actually, that costs money. I don't want to use a wingman. Hit every button except for the one that skips it every time. We're gonna launch without... And again, I need to double check this. We're gonna launch without support because I want to make sure I have money so I can buy all these planes. 117.
Ready? Break now! Enemy in sight. Enemy target located. Enemy up ahead!
Alert, body damage.
Enemy
Alert,
in sight.
body damage. Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage.
Enemy in sight. Take off! Altitude too low. Climb! Bingo! Yahoo! Up ahead!
The song.
Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot him down! Bogey on our 6.
Very upbeat for a mission where I'm pretty sure we're supposed to, like, blow up buildings in.
Up ahead! On our right! Bogey on our 6. Up ahead! Enemy in sight. Fire! Shoot it down! Bingo! Yahoo! Bingo! Yahoo! Here! Out! On our right! Enemy in sight. Let's return to mission, buddy! Bogey on our 6. Let's return to mission, buddy! I'm losing him! Enemy target located. Up ahead! Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot him down! Jesus, miss! On our right! Bogey on our
Go
6.
back and do this objective. Hopefully get this guy to into an easier position.
Enemy locked on target. Enemy target located. On our left. Bogey on our 6. Up ahead. Enemy in sight. Fire! Shoot it down! Great shot! Bingo! Yahoo! Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot it down! Enemy target located. Bogey on our 6. Enemy target located. Take off! Enemy locked on target. Great shot! Enemy target located. Enemy locked on target. Fire! Bingo! Yahoo! Bogey on our tail! Bogey on our 6. I'm losing him! Enemy target located. Enemy target located. Enemy in sight. On our left. Bogey on our 6. Bingo! Yahoo! Up ahead! Take off! Fire! Great shot! Bogey on our tail! On our right! Up ahead! Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot him down! Bingo! Yeah! Back one! On our right! Up ahead! Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot him down! Jesus, miss! On our right!
very nervous about flying around near this building. Feel like I'm absolutely gonna just, like, turn and crash into it.
I'm losing him. Enemy targets located. Enemy targets located. Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot it down! Jesus, miss! On our right! Up ahead! Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot it down! He is wasted!
Alright.
Enemy in sight. Enemy locked on. Enemy target. We're close. Too low. Fire. On our left. Up ahead. Enemy locked on target. Fire. Shoot it down. Bingo. Yahoo! Don't let him get away. On our right. Here, toast. Enemy in sight.
Warning.
Enemy locked on us. Missile approaching. Dive, dive. Bogey on our tail. Take off. Enemy in sight. Bogey on our 6. Enemy locked on target. Take off.
Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage.
I'm losing him. Enemy target located. Enemy up ahead. Bogey on our 6. On our left. Up ahead. Enemy in sight. Enemy in sight. Up ahead. On our left. Bogey on our 6. On our right. Take off. Enemy up ahead. Bogey on our 6. On our left. Mission accomplished.
I forgot you don't need to actually take out all the targets, you just need to get those buildings. Thought you had to blow up everything. Oh, we have a branching path. Mission 5, I need the MiG-31. gonna do this mission and then take a quick break.
Reconnaissance indicates a weak link in their fuel supply infrastructure. A single pipeline transfers all crude oil from their fields to their refinery. Strike both the pipeline and the refinery. Target: oil refinery plant and oil field. Use the pipeline as a reference to the refinery. Locate and destroy.
Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and take a quick break now, check on my laundry. I will be right back. I have returned. And now that I've returned, I feel like I didn't actually buy the plane I need for this. MiG-31. I think I probably did actually buy this. Yeah, okay.
Reconnaissance indicates a weak link in their fuel supply.
I'm never gonna stop hitting the X button there. Every time I'm like, oh, X must skip this. It's the back button.
Pipeline transfers all crude oil from their fields to their refinery. Strike both the pipeline and the refinery. Target, oil refinery plant and oil...
And again, every single time. MiG-31.
Ready? Break now! Enemy in sight. Enemy target located. Enemy locked on target. Close at 12 o'clock. Altitude low. Flying.
Caution.
Bogey on our 6.
Low altitude. Caution. Alert, body damage.
Take off.
Alert, body damage.
The no damage achievements on hard mode in this seem like they'd be a real pain, because there's so many times you just get, like, clipped by machine gun fire.
Enemy target located.
Oh, these did not blow up.
Up ahead. Enemy locked on altitude low. Flying.
Caution. Low
Locked on
altitude.
target. Bogey on our 6.
I think that was behind that building, that wasn't the building itself.
Take off. Let's return to mission on our right. Enemy in sight. Bogey on our 6. Enemy locked on target. Bingo! Yeah! Take off. On our right. Up ahead. Enemy on our right.
Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage.
Up ahead. Bogey on our 6. On our left. Up ahead. Enemy locked on target. Fire. Wait. On our right. Up ahead. Enemy in sight. Enemy locked on target. Fire. Shoot it down. Great shot. Wasted.
Alright, and then I think I just need to follow the pipeline to the next target. Might not have even needed to blow those guys up.
Enemy in sight. Enemy target located. Enemy locked on target. Altitude low. Flying.
How warning.
Oh, enemy locked on us. Missile approaching. Dive. Dive. Take off. Let's return to mission, buddy. Enemy in sight. Enemy locked on target. Bogey on altitude too low. Flying.
Ah, great. I should not have gone for that. I kind of knew the second I dove in there that, like, oh, I'm totally gonna not pull up in time. Trying to get this little turret that does not even matter. Right, so if I go back to... because I lost that plane, and I buy another one of these... I think it's just gone. Although, also, I've once again forgotten what the hell it was. Yeah, the MiG-31, I don't think I saw that. Yep. Can't get that specific achievement, but...
Reconnaissance indicates a weak link in their fuel supply.
And again, never gonna stop hitting that X button every time I go to one of these menus. Do the F-14.
Ready? Break now.
That'll be a thing to clean up in another playthrough. Alright, I'm just gonna go for these targets this time.
Enemy locked on target. Focus 12 o'clock.
Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage.
Enemy locked on
Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage.
Also, I think maybe these actually only took one, and I mistook this other row of them when I was doing this last time. I should figure this out.
Enemy in sight. Enemy locked on target. Enemy target
Yeah,
located.
I don't need to double tap these.
Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage. Alert, body
Yeah,
damage.
let's just try to
Body damage.
pick out these other targets.
Body damage.
Take off. Enemy in sight. Enemy target located. Enemy locked on target. Altitude too low. Fly.
Caution, warning.
Enemy locked on us. Missile approaching. Dive.
I think I do need to take these guys out.
On our right. Flex return. Enemy in sight. Up ahead. Enemy in sight. Up ahead. Bogey on our 6. Jesus, miss. Altitude too low. Flying.
Caution.
And bogey on our 6.
Warning.
Take off.
Warning.
Locked on us. Missile
Caution.
approaching. Dive.
Caution.
Dive. On our left.
Warning.
Take off. Up ahead. On our left. Enemy in sight. Up ahead. Enemy locked on target. Fire. Shoot it down. Bingo. Yeah. Wait. On our left. Enemy targets located. Up ahead. Enemy locked on target. Fire. Shoot it down. Jesus.
Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage.
Fire. Shoot it down. Bingo. Yeah. Here. Oh.
And now, gotta go back, get these other guys. God, I can't believe I threw away that last attempt. Trying to get that turret for no reason.
I'm losing him. Enemy in sight. Enemy targets located. On our left. Bogey on our 6. Enemy targets located. On our right. Enemy in sight. Up ahead. On our right. Bogey on our 6. Altitude too low. Flying. Bogey on our 6. Take off. Up ahead. Enemy locked on target. Fire. Great shot. Bogey on our 6. Enemy in. On our left. On our right. Bogey on our 6. Up ahead. Enemy in sight. Fire! Shoot it down! Locked on us. Missile approaching. Dive! Dive! Altitude too low. Flying! Enemy in. Up ahead! Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot it down! Jesus! Missed! On our left! Up ahead! On our right! Up ahead! Enemy in sight.
That was a bad missile.
Jesus, missed! Enemy in sight. Enemy in sight. Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot it down! Great shot! Blew him away!
I think that's it.
Jesus, missed!
Maybe not. I don't remember what other target I was supposed to blow up on this.
Enemy in sight. Enemy in sight.
Oh, there's... Okay, there are like
Enemy
multiple
in sight.
pathways. I thought this was just like one long tube. And it branches out.
I'm losing him!
They definitely made the map more useful in later games. Like this, there are targets out here somewhere, but they're not showing up on the map.
Enemy in sight.
Caution.
Enemy in sight.
Caution.
Enemy target
Oh,
located.
but, oh wait, no, this is not the one I did earlier.
Bogey on our tail. Bogey on our 6.
Maybe I don't need to blow up the other fighters. I think I might just need to find all the
Enemy targets located.
towers and like oil refineries and blow them up. Power station, whatever these are supposed to be.
Locked on target.
Warning.
Locked on us.
Caution.
Altitude too low. Flying. Bogey on our tail. Altitude too low. Flying. Bogey on our 6.
I guess you can kind of, you can like barely see on that little base in the middle that it branches out on all 4 directions. We'll go back here, try to figure out what direction it is I still need to go.
I'm losing him. Enemy in sight.
I think I went to this one already. Draw distance makes it impossible to tell. Yeah, Like, I just couldn't tell if it was gonna, like, pop in, or it already blown up everything here. I'm getting vague memories of doing this mission for the first time and having this exact issue.
Enemy locked on target. Altitude too low. Fly.
Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage.
Right, I'm going down. I need to make, like, mental notes of this, and I did up earlier, so
Alert, body damage.
this isn't it. I just have left and right left. Left and right remaining.
I'm losing him.
And I'm so worried I'm gonna just, like, crash into the dirt.
Enemy in sight. Enemy target located.
Here we go.
Enemy locked. Focus 12 o'clock. Altitude too low. Flying. Bogey on our 6. On our right. Up ahead. Enemy in sight. On our left. Up ahead. Quick. On our right. Altitude too low. Flying.
Yeah.
Mission accomplished.
And then we'll do 6, which I need. Hoping it's not that same plane. FA-18.
The enemy has proved to have significant resources. This war of attrition is not to our advantage. We are now targeting key infrastructure sites. Target: resources mining system and production plant. Intelligence reports stealth fighters operating in this theater. Remember, their lack of radar signature makes visual sighting essential.
Should really be paying more attention in these, but they kind of just wash over me. Right, what are the things I'm actually attacking, though? Okay, I can't look at those, just the... Never gonna stop hitting that.
The enemy has proved to have
Start
significant
button.
resources.
FA-18, right?
Ready? Break now! Enemy target located. Focus 12 o'clock. Bogey on our 6.
Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage.
Take off!
Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage. Alert, body
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to these hard mode ones. The no damage stuff I'll probably do on my own time, because that just does not seem like it would be interesting to watch. It'd be so much restarting.
On our left! Enemy in sight. Up ahead! On our left! Enemy locked on target. Bingo! Yahoo! Focus on our
Alert, body
six.
damage. Alert, body damage.
It's like this one. I guess it. I think that other mission said there was like low visibility or something. This one I can actually see where all the targets are on the map. So I guess that was on purpose.
Let's return to mission, buddy! Enemy in sight. Up ahead!
Poppin' is definitely a little ridiculous in this game though.
Bogey at 12 o'clock. Bogey on our tail. Bogey on our six.
Alright, and then we'll just go to this other one.
Bogey on our six.
Warning.
Thinking a little bit about like the
Warning.
route to do this on, trying to do the 35-minute clear later. This seems like it'd be easier to get through fast than the other one,
On our right.
the mission we just did.
Bogey on our tail. Enemy locked on target. Great shot! Enemy target located. On our right. Up ahead.
Also, I think you might be able to do that
Enemy in
on
sight.
like easy
On our
mode.
left. Enemy locked on target. Bingo! Yahoo! Mission accomplished.
Yeah, if you just go for the main targets, you can get through these pretty quick. Although I think you don't get as many, or as much money compared to if you like go for all these other aircraft. And you just take off like there weren't a bunch of guys just on my tail. Right. Now, not even look at, that's annoying. Gotta go over here. So that's 7. And then this is 8 and 9. 8 and 10. 7, I need the A10.
The enemy's ADCRS, Air Defense Command and Radar System, has been identified. We can expect a steep drop in enemy effectiveness if this site is destroyed. The enemy has an effective SAM kill zone around the target. Its one weak point is a narrow ravine leading to the base. This requires precision, nap of the earth flying. Target, enemy radar site. You have no effective countermeasures to this model of SAM. Exit the ravine and you are toast.
I got far enough away. Thought I got far away enough to clear my throat. Apparently not. It's never gonna stop. Every single time I'm gonna keep hitting that button. Okay, I think this is like a trench run.
Has been identified. We can expect a steep drop in enemy effectiveness if this site is destroyed.
Yeah, exit the ravine and you are toast.
The enemy has an effective
A10. I know for a fact this was it, but I still need to double check. A10.
Ready? Break now.
Oh, this seems like it would be such a pain
Target. Fire. Shoot him down. Back one.
to no damage.
Enemy targets located.
I assume on hard there's probably going to be like AA guns all over this thing.
Enemy locked on target. Fire. Shoot him down. Here.
Oh, and I'm going to be so pissed if I crash this thing.
Enemy targets located.
Definitely seems like one you want to skip going for the efficiency route.
Enemy locked on target. Fire. Shoot him down. Shoot him away. Enemy targets located. Enemy in sight. Enemy in sight. Enemy locked on target. Back one. Enemy targets located. Enemy targets located.
Also, simple controls on this would be a nightmare. Novice controls.
Enemy in sight. Fire! Shoot him down! Back one! Enemy in sight. Enemy locked on target. Great shot! Mission accomplished.
And this is 9, but this was 8. F15.
Regaining Donetsk City is a prime strategic consideration for the enemy. To forestall offensive operations, we will strike their staging area. Target, staging facilities and B-1 bombers. Our goal is to hit them just before their incursion begins.
F15. Every time I go through that list, I see that one I missed taunting me. Uh-oh. Dropped a few frames there. Think we're good again, though. Internet here has not been, like, super stable, but usually upload's totally fine, and it's just down speed that I download that I end up getting like packet loss with, so I thought streaming should be fine. I guess it's only one hiccup in the like hour and a half I've been going. Not too bad.
Enemy in sight. Fire! Down! Wasted! Enemy targets located. Enemy locked locked on target. Fire! Shoot it down! Jesus, miss! Bogey on our tail! On our right! Jesus, miss!
How did that miss?
On our right! Bogey on our 6!
It's like right on that guy.
On our right! Take off! On our right! Enemy up ahead! Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot it down! Jesus, miss! Bogey on our 6. Stay with him. No! Pull out of it!
Engine stall.
Jesus, miss! Bogey on our 6. Enemy in sight.
Warning.
Oh, enemy locked on us.
I'm gonna head for this next target. Although I think these guys are on my maps, these are definitely also
Enemy in sight.
actual targets.
Up ahead! Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot it down! Jesus, miss! Enemy in sight. Bogey on our 6. Up ahead! Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot it down!
Warning.
Enemy locked on us. Missile approaching. Die! Die!
Alert. Body
Jesus, on
damage.
our right!
Alert.
Bogey on our
Body
6.
damage. Alert. Body
left.
damage. Alert. Body damage. Alert. Body damage.
Let's return to mission, buddy! Enemy in sight. Bogey on our 6. Up ahead! Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot it down! Great shot! Wasted! Jesus, miss! Bogey on our 6.
And this last guy can just come to me.
Take off! Enemy in sight. Enemy in sight. Enemy target located. Bogey on our 6. Enemy in sight. Enemy target located. Enemy in sight. On our left. Bogey on our 6. Fire! Shoot it down! Take off! Jesus, miss! On our right! Up ahead! On our left!
Warning.
Up ahead! Enemy locked on us. Missile approaching.
Caution. Warning.
Dive!
Warning.
Enemy
Warning.
locked on us. Missile approaching. Dive! Dive!
Caution.
Pull out of it! Bogey on our 6. Take off! Enemy in sight. Enemy target located. Bogey on our 6. Bogey at 12 o'clock. Take off! Enemy locked on target. Slow, flying.
Caution.
Bogey on our tail. On our right.
Do not
Enemy in
want to
sight.
stall out over this.
Enemy up ahead. Enemy in sight. Fire! Shoot it down! Bingo! Taboo! Him away! On our right! Enemy target located. Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot it down! Jesus, miss! On our right! Enemy in sight. Bogey on our 6. Take off! Enemy in sight. Enemy locked on target. Enemy target located. Bogey on our 6. Enemy in sight. Enemy in sight. Enemy target located. Low, fly. Bogey on our 6.
Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage.
Enemy target located.
Alert, body damage.
Up ahead. On our left. Bogey on our 6. Great shot. Take off. I'm losing him. Enemy target located. On our right. I'm losing him. Enemy target located. Enemy in sight. Enemy in sight. Fire! Put down! Wasted! Mission accomplished.
I really need to fiddle with my filters later. I keep seeing it's pretty quiet. I keep seeing that little like thump whenever I touch the desk. Right, mission 9. MiG-29.
Naval Intelligence report a transport heading to Nawikot Bay. Since it may be a troop transport, we need to sink it before it docks. Follow up with destruction of the island port facilities. The opposition is expected to consist of an enemy fighter wing of unknown composition and patrolling Aegis warships. The Aegis missile system is highly effective. Eliminate the warships quickly.
Ready? Break now! Enemy locked on target. Fire! Wait! Bogey on our 6. Bogey on our 6. Up ahead! Enemy in sight. Bogey on our 6. Fire! Shoot it down! Jesus, miss! Jesus, miss! Jesus, miss! Jesus, miss! And on our left, focus on our 6. Bingo! Yahoo! On our right, focus on our tail. On our left, focus on our 6. Focus at 12 o'clock, focus on our 6. Focus on our 6. On our left. Focus at 12 o'clock. Enemy in sight. Enemy in focus on our 6. Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot it down! Take off! Jesus, miss! On our left. Focus on our 6. On our left. Focus on our 6. Up ahead! Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot it down! Jesus! On our left! Up ahead! Enemy on our right! Enemy in sight! Up ahead!
Warning.
Focus on our 6. On our left!
I thumb slipped. Again, I think I might be getting distracted with non-targets.
Naval Intelligence report a transport heading to Novice.
Ready? Break now! Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot it down! Take your back one! Focus on our 6.
Yeah, let's just go to this Navy island.
Take off! Up ahead!
Warning.
Locked on us. Missile approaching. Dive! Dive! Take off! Enemy in sight. Enemy target located. Great shot! Low, flying!
Caution.
Great
Low
shot!
altitude. Caution.
Low, flying!
Low altitude. Caution.
Great shot!
Low altitude.
Low,
Caution. Low altitude. Caution. Low altitude.
Enemy low,
Caution. Caution.
shot!
Alert body damage.
Low,
Alert body damage. Alert body damage. Alert body damage. Alert body damage.
ahead! Focus on our 6. Enemy locked on target. Bingo! Yahoo! Too low, flying! On our left! Up ahead! Focus on our 6.
Alert body damage. Alert body damage.
Yeah, it's what you gotta do.
Accomplished.
I'm seeing now how you would beat this in 35 minutes for the achievement. I do need to figure out which, like, branching paths you have to do. I don't think you need to do every single stage. I'm not sure, though. I'll have to look into that before actually doing that run. Right, which one is next? Stage 10. Where is Stage 10? There we go. And Stage 10, we need the F-16. I feel like I already had... Oh, guess not.
Your mercenary unit has proved its reliability. We request you aid in the extraction of one of our officers from the enemy mountain fortress. We can only send one unit without alerting the opposition. Target: cripple enemy air defense and land on their runway. Only you have the requisite skills. You will be paid handsomely.
This is another unknown targets. F-16.
Ready? Break now! Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot it down!
Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage.
I'm losing him! Let's return to mission, buddy!
I don't think you need to, like, stick by this guy.
Enemy target located. Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot it down! Jesus, miss! On our right! Up ahead! On our left! Up ahead! Enemy in sight. Enemy in sight. Fire! Shoot it down! Bingo! Yahoo! Bingo! Yahoo! Jesus, miss! On our left! Bogey on our 6. Don't let him get away. Enemy target located. Take off! Up ahead! Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot it down! Jesus, miss! On our left! Up ahead! Fire! Shoot it down! Bingo! Yeah, blew him away! Enemy target located. Enemy in sight. Enemy in sight. Fire! Shoot it down! On our right! Up ahead! Fire! Shoot it down! Jesus, miss! Bogey on our 6. Enemy in sight. Fire! Shoot it down! Take off! Jesus, miss! Bingo! Yahoo! Locked on us. Missile approaching. Dive! Dive! Up ahead! Enemy in sight. Fire! Put down! Jesus, miss! On our right! Up ahead! Enemy in sight. Enemy in sight. On our right! Enemy in sight. Fire! Put down! Jesus, miss! Bingo! Yahoo! Bingo! Yahoo! Wasted!
Right, that was 10. Gotta go find 11. And for 11, we need... the RC01.
The captured port has become a key resupply facility for our forces. We cannot allow the enemy to cripple or recapture it. Current intelligence suggests the enemy is preparing a bombing raid, utilizing stealth bombers. Even one can devastate the facility. Keep alert. Target, stealth bomber wing.
Ready? Break now! Enemy locked on target. Fire on our left! Enemy in sight. Bogey on our six. Bogey on our tail!
Warning.
Enemy
Warning.
locked on us. Missile approaching. Dive! Dive!
Alert, body damage. Alert, body
On our
damage.
left! Take off!
Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage. Alert, body
On
damage.
ahead! Enemy target located. On our left! Bogey on our six. Up ahead! Take off! Jesus, miss!
Warning.
Enemy locked on us.
Warning.
Missile approaching. Dive! Dive!
Caution.
Take
Warning.
On our left! Altitude too low. Flying! Enemy in sight. Western Bogey on our six. Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot down! Take off! Stay with me! Enemy target located. Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot down! Bogey on our six. Enemy in sight. Bogey on our six. Fire! Shoot down! Up ahead! Take off! Bogey on our tail!
Warning.
Enemy locked on us. Missile approaching. Dive! Dive! Up ahead! Bogey on our six. On our right! Up ahead! Enemy in sight. Bogey on our six. Enemy target focus. Take off. Up ahead. Enemy locked on target. Fire. Shoot down. Jesus, miss. On our right. Up ahead. Enemy in sight. Focus on our 6. Enemy in sight. Fire! Shoot it down! Jesus, miss! Jesus, miss! Don't let it get away! On our left! Move on our tail! On our right! Up ahead! I'm losing him! Enemy target located. Focus 12 o'clock. On our left. Moving on our tail. Jesus, miss. Don't let him get away. Jesus, miss. Great shot. Jesus, miss. Wasted. Jesus, miss. Let's return to mission, buddy. Enemy target located. Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot it down! Bingo! Woohoo! Don't let that run! On our right! Up ahead! Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot it down! Bingo! Woohoo! Don't let it get wasted!
Alright.
Mission accomplished.
I was a little worried early on when I took that hit really early into the mission, but then as soon as you get a few of them out of there, it's not too hard. I need to go check my laundry again. I'm just gonna set up for this mission and then go do that. Was 11? Yeah, so 12 next, and I'm going to need the Tornado F2. I think this is the Tornado F2. Oh, but I'm full on jets. I think it's gonna tell me I can't do that, so I do need to sell one of these. And it was mission 12, it would be. Keep having to look down at the controller because in the menu for the emulator, it is X to confirm and circle to cancel, but then when I'm in the actual game, it's circle confirm, X cancel.
The enemy is committing its huge mothership to this theater. They are growing desperate. Eliminate the mothership and their naval mobility is crippled. There are no reference points on the ocean. Pay attention to the operational map. Target mothership.
Alright, I am going to go check my laundry again. I will be right back. Alright. It's mission 12. And I gotta use the Tornado F2. Real quick, I don't think there's that many stages actually left. Actually, it's 6. That's like a third of the game still.
Ready?
Definitely, once I'm through this first run, I'm gonna stop. I was thinking about doing that, like, speed run at the end of this, but I think I'm gonna be ace combated out pretty soon. So let's just go for this.
Bogey at 12 o'clock. Bogey on our 6. Bingo! Yeah! Altitude too low. Flying.
Caution.
I think this is, again, when I can just go for these targets.
Flying.
Low altitude.
Locked
Caution.
on target.
Caution.
Too low. Flying.
Caution.
Enemy in sight. Bogey at 12 o'clock. Bogey on our 6. Bingo! Yeah! On our altitude too low.
Alert,
Flying.
body damage. Alert, body damage.
Bogey on our
Alert,
6.
body damage. Alert, body damage.
On our right.
Alert, body damage.
Take off. Up ahead. Left return on our right. Bogey on our tail. Enemy target located. Enemy locked on target. Enemy target located. Altitude too low. Flying. Enemy in sight. On our left. Bogey on our 6. Enemy in... On our right. Take off. Up ahead. Great shot. On our left. Bogey on our 6. Take off.
Caution.
Altitude too low. Flying.
Warning. Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage. Alert,
One more
body
target
damage.
on that thing to go.
Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage.
Bogey on our tail. Enemy in sight. Bogey on our 6.
This plane keeps trying to, like, even itself out, and it's throwing me off.
Alert, body damage. Alert,
Oh.
body damage.
I almost crashed at the end there.
Accomplished.
That rocket sent me, gave me some, like, downward momentum. I was gonna crash into the ocean if the mission didn't end. Right, 13 next. Having to go, like, back and forth between all these little things is really annoying. I need SF-39.
Despite the elimination of all fuel refineries, the enemy continues to conduct operations. You are assigned to recon for undetected fuel supplies. Even though this is just recon, engage and eliminate any opposition patrols. Good hunting.
I'm never gonna stop hitting X. I love that X button.
Elimination of all fuel refineries, the enemy continues to conduct.
I don't know if this is a, like, one of those ones where you can't go above a certain line. Kind of looks like it, but they didn't mention anything about that in the briefing.
Ready? Break down.
Okay, yeah, this is just follow this dirt path, blow anything up you see.
Enemy in sight. Enemy target located. Enemy locked on our left. Bogey on our 6. Altitude too low. Climb. Take off. Altitude too low. Climb. I'm losing him. Enemy target located. Enemy in sight. Enemy in Bogey on our 6. On our left. Bogey on our tail. Bogey on our locked on us. Missile approaching. Dive. Take off.
Oh, that did a big hit. Took off most of my health.
Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage.
Enemy in sight. Up ahead. Bogey on our 6. On our right. Enemy in sight. On our left. Bogey on our 6. Up ahead. Bogey on our 6. Enemy in sight. Enemy take off. Enemy in sight. Fire. Shoot down. Jesus. Bogey on our tail. Fire. Shoot it down. Great shot.
Warning.
Locked on us. Missile approaching. Dive. Bogey on our 6. On our left. Bogey on our tail. On our right. Enemy in sight. Up ahead. Enemy locked on target. Bogey on our 6. Up ahead. On our left. Bogey on our 6. Up ahead! Enemy locked on target. Fire! Bogey on our 6. Enemy in sight. Fire! Bingo! Yahoo! Enemy in sight. Enemy locked on us. Missile approaching. Dive! On our right. On our left. Take off.
Warning. Warning.
Bogey on our 6.
Warning.
Up ahead!
Warning.
Bogey on our tail!
Warning.
Bogey on our 6. On our right. Up ahead. On our left. Bogey on our 6. Up ahead. On our left. Bogey on our 6. Up ahead. On our left. Take off. Up ahead. Bogey on our 6. Up ahead. Bogey on our 6. Up ahead. Take off. Fire. Shoot down. Bingo. Yahoo! Oh, bogey on our tail. On our left. Up ahead. On our left. Bogey on our 6. Up ahead. On our right. Bogey on our 6. Up ahead! Fire! Shoot it down! Great shot! Don't let him through! Hammer away! On our right! Bogey on our 6! I'm losing it! Enemy targets located! Up ahead! On our left! Bogey at 12 o'clock! On our right! Up ahead! On our left! Bogey at 12 o'clock! On our right! Up ahead! Enemy in sight! Enemy in
Oh my
sight!
god, just get in front of me.
On our left!
Not get on this guy.
On our right! On our left! Bogey on our 6! Up ahead! On our right! Bogey at 12 o'clock! On our left! On our right! On our left!
On our left, on our right, on our left.
Enemy in... Up ahead!
Up ahead.
Enemy in sight! Enemy locked on target! Fire! Shoot it down!
Please just kill this guy.
Enemy locked on target! Fire! Shoot it down! Bingo! Yahoo! Don't let him get away! Back one!
There, jeez. And then I believe I was going... Oh, okay, that's it.
Mission accomplished!
Thought there'd be more targets up ahead. Freaks me out whenever I mute my mic to drink water or something. But I still have the monitor in my headphones, so I hear myself drinking, and I'm like, this isn't going through to the stream, is it? $14 next? Yeah. And I need YF23. Where? There's 14.
Our recon work has identified the last fuel depot. Go and bomb it flat. Target: a group of fuel production bases. The enemy is using its top guns in this theater. Keep focused and good hunting.
Ready? Break now! Enemy in sight. Enemy target located. Enemy locked on target. Bingo! Yahoo! On our altitude too low. Flying. Bogey on our tail.
Low altitude.
Bogey on our 6. On our right. Take off. Bogey on our tail. Enemy targets located. Enemy in sight. Enemy targets located. Enemy locked on target. Altitude too low. Flying. Enemy in sight. Up ahead!
Warning.
Enemy locked on us.
Warning.
Missile approaching. Dive! Bingo! Yahoo! Take off! On our right! Bogey on our altitude too low. Flying! Bogey on our tail! Take off! Enemy target located. Let's return to mission, buddy. On our right. Bogey on our tail. Bingo! Yahoo! Up ahead.
Alright, just get this one over here before going to the end.
Bogey on our 6. Take off. On our left. Up ahead. On our left. Bogey is 12 o'clock. Bogey on our 6. Bogey on our 6. Bogey on our 6. On our left.
I think there might be a bogey on my 6.
Take off. On our left. Bogey on our tail. Enemy locked on target. Enemy target located. Enemy locked on target. Great shot! Bogey on our 6. Mission accomplished.
Every time I stream, I like suddenly realize how I'm an incredibly sniffly person. Like, I just don't think about it unless I'm on camera, and then I'm constantly thinking about it. Eurofighter 2000. It's like 2 more missions after this? 15, 16, 17? Yeah. Maybe there's like a finale, but I would assume there'd be an achievement for that. I'm not gonna forget the Eurofighter 2000.
Scorpion Island Fortress. The base itself is a hard nut to crack, but we will isolate it by eliminating its bridge and central runway. Target, red suspension bridge to the island and its Air Force base. There will be plenty of ACAC and SAM defenses around the runway. Go in for one pass, then break off operations.
This is... I'm pretty sure I remember doing this mission back when I first played this. I think just like geometry-wise, this is a pretty unique-looking mission, if I remember right.
Ready? Break now!
Yeah, I definitely remember this one. I think this one might actually be a little difficult, too.
Enemy in sight. Enemy targets located.
Warning.
Lost visual
Caution.
approaching. Dive! Enemy targets located. Take off!
Warning.
Enemy in sight.
Although, again, first time I played this, I was doing the Novice controls, which are not good.
Enemy targets located. On our left. Bogey on our 6. Take off! Enemy in sight.
Caution.
Enemy in sight. Enemy locked on target. Bingo! Yahoo! Enemy target located. Enemy target located. Bogey on our 6. Great shot! Take off! Up ahead! Enemy in sight. Bogey on our 6. Bogey at 12 o'clock. Enemy locked on. Take off! Altitude too low. Climb!
Caution. Caution.
Enemy target located. On our right. Bogey on our 6.
Alert. Body damage. Alert. Body
Alright, I think there's just a section of the bridge I need to blow up still.
Alert. Body
I
damage.
think this is another one
Alert. Body
Enemy
damage.
in sight.
that I just felt like I had to destroy all these planes, when really you just have to go for the objective.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah, all these missions are really super short. You just ignore all these enemies. Yes, 16 and 17? Yeah, 16, 17, 16, I need the F-22. Not the X button. I really liked, there was this, like, few-year window on the PS2 where X and Circle were both confirmed and Triangle was cancelled. I actually think that was, like, the best scheme they ever did. Something about having to go all the way up to hit Triangle to cancel just felt right to me.
The enemy is on his last legs. One more strike should lay him out. Take your unit through the ravine to the enemy headquarters. Intelligence is sketchy on force composition near the headquarters, so keep on your toes. Fly low on your way in. Everything above the ravine is a SAM kill zone.
This is another Don't Go Too High mission. F-22. I was just looking at.
Ready?
Yeah.
Break now.
You know, I said this was a don't go too high mission, and then did not actually think about the implications of that until I just saw the level load in.
Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot it down!
Oh, there was a
Enemy target located.
special achievement for this, but I didn't know. But at this point, I already blew one up, so might as well get all these guys.
Enemy in sight. Fire! Shoot it down! Enemy target located. Enemy in sight. Enemy in sight. Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot it down! Enemy target located. Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot it down! Jesus, miss! Move you on our tail! Up ahead! Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot it down! Back one! Enemy target located. I'm losing him!
And I'm just into the blue void.
Mission accomplished.
Actually, that achievement for not shooting anyone seems like it'd be incredibly easy. Alright, just one mission left. Then I can eat. I'm starving. Right, and what is the last plane that I need? The Su-27. There are two of these, so I'm gonna go ahead and sell 2 planes in case I mess up one of these.
Urgent message. Enemy giant airborne fortress discovered. This
Right.
may be your final task. Eliminate it before it reaches our airspace. Good luck.
I forgot this ends with, like, it goes sci-fi finally. This kind of stuff is all over Ace Combat. Can't even take a look at it. Su-27. Yeah.
Ready? Break now! Enemy in sight. Enemy target located.
Caution. Caution.
Shot! Move you on our tail! Enemy in sight. Enemy target located. Enemy locked on target.
Caution.
Great shot! Enemy locked on target. Great shot! Bingo!
Alert,
On our
body
six.
damage. Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage.
Take off!
Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage.
Enemy in sight. Enemy locked on target. Enemy
Alert, body damage.
Focus on our
Alert,
six.
body damage.
I think some of these I need to go back to the for another thing to get.
Alert, body damage.
Enemy locked on target.
Caution.
Take off! Focus on our six. Take off! Enemy targets located. Enemy in sight. Enemy locked on target. Jesus, miss!
Caution.
Maybe if I'm just low enough, I can
Enemy
get
targets
these.
located. Focus 12 o'clock. Focus on our 6. Enemy locked on target. Enemy locked on bingo! Take off! Bingo!
Caution. Caution.
Enemy targets located.
Caution. Caution.
Is there like another fight? I can't tell if this red dot is there's another fighter or this is just.
Enemy in sight.
I mean, it has to be. It's not on the fortress.
Take off!
I think these just take multiple hits. That's why.
Caution.
Bingo! And a great shot!
Yeah.
Bingo! Bingo! Enemy targets located. Focus on our 6.
Caution.
Locked on bingo! Take off! Enemy locked on missile approaching. Dive! Dive!
Alert, body damage.
Ah, crap. I think I went too high, and so I was like in the direct path for that to hit me. When I was kind of underneath it, they just kept sailing over my head. Alright, got one more of these chips to try this with.
Urgent message. Enemy giant airborne force.
I guess I might as well.
This may be your final task. Eliminate it before it reaches our airspace.
I've got like 1 billion credits. I might as well have somebody come with me. So let me... I don't think there's like a never use an ally thing, but... to double check. Yeah, no reason not to. SU-27 was what I was using. Okay.
Ready? Break now! Enemy in sight. Enemy targets located.
Could probably try to get its defenses.
Alert, body damage. Alert, body
Oh,
damage.
yeah, there is
Alert,
a
body damage.
fighter defending this guy.
Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage.
If I blow him up, I don't know if
Enemy
he'll
in
just,
sight.
there'll just be more forces to
Enemy
replace
targets
him.
located.
Let's go and try to get this guy, though.
Enemy targets located.
Caution.
Up
Caution.
ahead! On our right! Up ahead! Fire! Put down!
I already took damage.
Don't let him get away! Jesus! Jesus, miss! Enemy in sight. Fire! Shoot it down! Jesus, miss! Jesus, on our right! Up ahead! Enemy in sight. Fire! Shoot it down! Jesus, miss! Don't let him. Jesus, miss! No! Pull out of it!
Engine
shoot.
stall.
Jesus, on our
Not okay. Yeah, if you like brake strafe too much, you end up stalling
right!
out.
Up ahead! Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot him down! Fire! Shoot him down! Jesus, miss! On our right! Look at 12 o'clock! Enemy in sight! Jesus, on our right! Up ahead! On our right!
I don't even know where the boss went at this point, so I've just been trying to circle this guy this whole time.
Enemy target located. Fire! Shoot it down! Range shot! Bogey on our tail! On our left! Up ahead! Fire! Shoot it down! Jesus, miss! On our left! Up ahead! Enemy in sight. Fire! Shoot it down! Jesus, miss! Jesus, miss! On our left! Enemy in sight. On our right! Up ahead! Enemy in sight. Fire! Shoot it down! Jesus, miss! On our right! Bogey on our tail!
I'm gonna go try to find the boss again.
Enemy locked on target. Jesus, miss!
I feel like I didn't touch him, but apparently I clipped him. I'm gonna see. I might be able to buy more of these now. Since there was 2, I'm curious if they, like, replenish over time. And if not, we'll just use whatever to beat this. Yeah, nope. Alright, I'll just see whatever has the best stats, I guess I'll
Urgent
use.
message. Enemy giant airborne fortress discovered. This may be your final task. Eliminate it before it reaches our airspace. Good luck.
Also, this guy, I feel like Guard My Tail did not do anything. I'm just gonna focus on the boss and try to get pot shots on this defending guy whenever I have a chance.
Ready? Right now! Enemy in sight. Enemy target located.
Halted. Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage.
Enemy in sight. Enemy target located. On our left. Enemy locked on target.
Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage.
Enemy
Alert,
locked on
body
target.
damage. Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage.
Bogey on our 6.
Halted.
Yeah, these things, if you go too high, they're just gonna chew you up.
Enemy in sight. Bogey on our 6.
Halted.
Enemy, take
If I
off.
can just get this one. I think I'm just good now.
Enemy locked on target. Great shot. Great shot. Enemy target located.
Caution.
Oh no, they're...
Caution. Body damage.
Thought I got all of them. Maybe they regen or something. There must be a plane that unlocks after you finish the game, because I saw there's an achievement for owning everything, but I still have not gotten that.
Urgent message. Enemy giant
And you can't
airborne
own
fortress
everything.
discovered.
X button does not do that. You can't own everything at
Urgent
once
message.
because you have
Enemy
a
giant
8
airborne fortress
limit.
discovered. This may be your final task. Eliminate it before it reaches.
Probably want something with defense, actually. Let's just go back to this thing.
Ready? Break now.
I don't know why it
Enemy in
says
sight.
break now. It's gotta
Enemy
be like
target
some kind of
located.
Caution. Caution.
Great shot.
aircraft thing
Enemy target
that I'm not
located.
aware of.
Enemy in sight.
Alright, let's try to
Enemy in sight.
stay under, get these guns first.
Enemy locked on target.
Alert. Body damage. Alert. Body damage. Alert. Body damage.
Enemy in sight.
Alert. Body damage. Alert. Body
Enemy locked
damage.
on target. Focus on our 6. Enemy in sight.
Caution.
Take off.
Alert. Body damage. Alert. Body damage.
Enemy in sight.
Alert. Body damage. Alert.
I just
body
need to-
damage.
I need to figure out a way to deal with these missiles on top, 'cause these are just getting me every time. Guess I should just start with those on top, instead of trying to go under first. Do flybys. Also, I'm gonna start... This is taking forever. I'm gonna start fast-forwarding through all these loading screens.
Eliminate it before it.
Just let me double-check. Are there more aircraft available? No. So effectively, I've got 7 lives left to finish this with. This actually, let me go. I'm gonna go back.
Giant airborne fortress discovered.
Which button is? Nope.
Urgent message. Enemy giant airborne fortress discovered.
Oh, it's select. I'm gonna make a save. I'm hoping I'm not gonna... lose all of these and lose this one session achievement, but
Urgent message.
We'll see.
Enemy giant airborne fortress.
not the X button is still not the X button. It's never gonna be the X
Urgent
button.
message. Enemy
Don't
giant
hit the X
airborne
button.
fortress discovered. This may be
Yeah.
your final task. Eliminate it before it reaches our
That one got me. That is not a good sound. Wow, that is just stuck like that, apparently. I muted the game, but this horrible buzzing, that is the game. What the hell did that? Alright, I've got that paused on, or muted on this stream. It's still going for me. That didn't fix it. I might just have to mute the game because I don't want to lose this achievement. Yeah, it's just gonna keep doing this forever, apparently. So I'm gonna go to the volume mixer. I'm gonna mute the game. Unfortunately, this is just gonna be on mute for the rest of the stream. That's horrible. I don't know what the hell happened there. This is lame. Oh, it fixed. Going to the loading screen fixed it. I hope as soon as this loads in, it's not going to start screaming again.
Ready?
I don't know what happened there, but that was wild.
Enemy in sight. Enemy targets located.
Caution. Caution.
Shot! Bogey on our tail!
Caution.
Enemy in sight.
Caution.
Enemy locked on target. Bingo!
Caution. Caution.
I'm losing him! Enemy in sight.
Caution.
Enemy locked on target.
Caution.
Jesus!
Caution.
Miss! Bogey on our 6. Enemy in sight. Take off!
Caution.
Enemy locked on target.
Caution.
Bingo! Yahoo! Enemy targets located. Bogey on our 6. Enemy in sight.
Caution. Caution.
Enemy in sight. Quick shot!
Like, I really need to get way further ahead of this thing.
Bogey on our 6. Enemy in sight. Enemy locked on target. Bogey on our 6.
Yeah, I knew that wasn't gonna hit.
Caution.
I'm losing him. Enemy targets located.
Warning.
Lost the missile approaching. Dive! Dive! Take off!
Warning. Warning.
Enemy locked
Caution.
on target. Quick shot! I'm losing him! Let's return to mission, buddy! Enemy in sight. Enemy locked on target.
Caution.
Jesus, miss!
Caution.
Yeah, if you go, like, perpendicular like that, you're just not gonna land any hits on this thing.
Enemy in sight.
Caution.
Enemy locked on target.
Caution. Caution.
Quick shot! Jesus, miss!
Caution.
Like, let me just get back behind this again. be easier to line up this way.
I'm losing him. Enemy in sight.
Caution.
Enemy locked on target.
Caution.
Bingo! Yahoo! Focus on our
Caution.
6. Enemy in sight.
Caution.
Enemy locked on target. Focus on our 6.
Caution.
Take off! Enemy in sight. Enemy targets located.
Caution. Caution.
Great shot! Focus on our 6. On our left. Enemy locked the missile approaching. Dive! Dive! Enemy targets located.
Warning.
Take off.
Caution.
Enemy locked on target. Great shot!
Yeah, it's very slow and tedious, but this is the way to do this.
Enemy targets located. Enemy locked missile approaching. Dive! Dive! Enemy in sight. Focus on our 6. Take off!
Caution.
Enemy locked on target.
Caution.
Great shot!
I'm a little worried about fuel, but
Enemy target
have not
located.
actually run out of that on any mission yet, so it should be fine.
Enemy in sight. Focus on our 6. Take off!
Caution.
Bingo! Yahoo! Enemy targets located. Up ahead! Fire! Back one! Enemy targets located.
Yeah, I think they're launching more out of these, like more fighters out every time one dies.
Caution.
That guy just showed up.
Great shot! Focus on our 6. On our right. Up ahead.
Warning.
Focus on our 6. On our left.
Are there any less targets? I feel like these things might be regenning, because I feel like I've been shooting these forever, and there's still a billion of them.
Caution.
Enemy locked on target. Great shot!
Caution. Caution.
Enemy targets located. Up ahead.
Warning.
Locked missile approaching. Dive!
Caution.
Dive!
Caution.
Enemy in sight. Focus on our 6.
Caution.
Enemy locked on target. Take off! Bingo! Yahoo! On our
Caution.
left.
Caution.
Focus on our 6. On our right. Focus on our 6. Take off! Enemy
Caution.
locked on target.
Caution.
Bingo! Yahoo!
Caution. Caution.
On our right. Up ahead. On our focus on our 6. Take off! locked on target. Great shot!
Caution.
Bogey on our 6. Enemy in sight. Enemy bogey on our 6.
Caution.
Enemy locked on target. Bingo! Yep, take off!
Caution. Caution.
Enemy target located. Bogey on our 6.
Caution.
Take off!
Caution.
Bingo! Yahoo!
Caution. Caution.
Enemy target
Also,
located.
I vaguely remember this transforming after you get the initial targets, but I could be thinking of one of the other 8 billion mobile air fortresses in these games.
Take off!
Like, I might be thinking of like 2 or 3 or 5 or something.
Locked on target. Bingo! Yahoo!
Warning.
Locked the missile
Also, I
approach.
might actually run out of fuel because of all
Enemy
the...
target located. On our left. Enemy in
how much
sight.
time I spent trying to blow up the missile launchers.
Bogey on our 6.
Caution. Caution.
Enemy locked on target. Take off!
Alright, that did hit, so you can hit this on the underbelly.
Bogey on our 6. On our right. Up ahead.
Warning.
Locked the missile approaching. Dive! Dive! Enemy in sight. Take off!
Warning. Warning. Caution.
Enemy locked on target.
Caution.
Bingo! Yeah! On our right.
Caution. Caution. Caution.
Caution, caution, caution.
Up ahead.
Warning.
Locked the missile approaching. Dive! Dive! Take off!
Caution.
The targeting can feel really finicky, so you just gotta like tap the button a bunch to
Located.
switch. But I just need to...
Locked the missile approaching. Dive! Dive!
Okay. I really thought I was gonna run out of fuel.
Congratulations. The enemy has capitulated and the coup has failed. The rightful government has been restored to this peaceful country. Your skill as Top Guns changed the balance. From the bottom of our hearts, we thank you.
Right before my laundry alarm went off. That's Ace Combat, or Air Combat, as they renamed it. Kind of the arcade game. It was Ace Combat in Japan. In the US, they renamed it Air Combat, because that's what the arcade game was called. This game's simple, but it's still really fun. And I really love the early PS1 style it's got going on. And again, great soundtrack. Three hours, about what I expected this to take. I think tomorrow, I'm gonna do some research on what the route looks like. I think tomorrow I'm gonna do the, like, beat it in under 35 minutes. And then after that, I think I'm gonna do Marvel Rivals. I want to start doing, like, streaming competitive. I miss when games would thank you for bothering to spend your time playing them. And then it... How do you... Also, somehow I turned off... There's like these sound effects in this menu, which I hate. I somehow turned that off earlier. There is a... Unlock all planes and all stages. I don't know what I did, or what I didn't do. Maybe it's like hard mode, there's some exclusive planes and stages or something, but I'll figure that out. Anyway, thanks everybody who stopped by. Always appreciate it. And I will be back tomorrow. Also, I keep forgetting webcam's up here. Can't stare at my reflection in the OBS preview. Later.